Today we're gonna do Tough Love Co-Ed, season 5, episode 7. It starts off with Portia. She's going off. She's packing her clothes. She's ready to go. She really stressed out, like she told Steve in the last group. She was really stressed out about being in the house. Yada yada yada, whatever. That's really how I felt. They get called into group with Steve. Steve tells them, well, he noticed that Portia wasn't there, so he like, where's Portia? So everybody was like, she in there or whatever. He was like, okay, we're gonna start without her. Like, bitch, we're not giving you the satisfaction of fucking up group because you want a pity party and you want the attention on you. So we're gonna move right along. So anyway, he tells them this is about, having a relationship with parents and all this kind of stuff. So he tells them that they have to write a letter to a parent that, influenced them like the most in their life. So Soraya was saying how hard this was going to be to write a letter to her dad or whatever. And then she go and tell Portia what they supposed to be doing. And, like, hell, I'm going to tell you what we supposed to do. You can take it or not. Don't care. I mean, she probably cared, but I didn't. Anyway, so Monica goes and talks to Portia because she wants to see if she can. Steve wants to see if she can get her to participate in the activity or whatever. So they talk. Portia, she knows, she was like, I just want to go home for my sanity or whatever. And homegirl tell her, well, Monica, I'm sorry. Monica tells her that you need to do this. You can get something out of this. Yada, yada, yada. When it was coming to Portia, I was tuning out because, as y'all know from the other episodes, I can care fucking less. Well, until this episode. I'll get to that. But any other episode, I can care less when it came to Portia. So at that moment of watching this, I tuned her out because I'm like, I don't want to hear you complain. You're here for a reason. I don't want to hear you complain. So anyway, after that, Judy, they showing everybody writing the letters or whatever. Judy's going to write a letter to her mom because she has daddy issues. She has issues because she thinks men are liars. They cheaters because that's what her dad probably did to her. And so what her dad did to her affected her. Or maybe it was because of what her mom and dad said about her daddy. I don't know. Because I was like, okay, you have a daddy issues, men issues. Why this letter wasn't wrote to your dad? It was wrote to her mom. But maybe her dad wasn't there. Not here anymore. I don't know. So anyway, Chris writes a letter to his mama because he was a badass kid. And he put her through hell. And she was still there for him regardless of what he did. And we have those kind of mamas because I'm kind of that kind of mama. I'm the mama that's going to call my kids out on their shit. But I understand, like, regardless of what they do, you still gonna be there for them. And apparently he did some real fucked up shit because she was still there for him, and that's who he chose to write his letter to. So Kyle wants to write a letter to her father because of her disconnection issues, because her dad was always at work and on the road or whatever. So she has disconnection issues because her dad really wasn't there. So anyway, they get back to group. They have to read the letters. This episode was very, very emotional. And even for me, because I lost my father. And there's things like, you want to, when you're a daddy's girl, there's things that you want to tell your father. Like, even from him, because, okay, he died like 16 years ago. My son's 16. Yeah, 17 years ago. So, it was like, there's things like from then to now that I wish I can talk to him about or get his advice on or stuff like that. So this was a real emotional episode for me. Plus, I had an uncle passed away or whatever today. So it was just like, oh my God, Jesus, like, this is too damn sad to watch. But I kept watching it anyway. Enough about me. Whatever. So anyway, they read the letter. Soraya made me bawl. Stop, don't do that ever again. Like, oh my God. Her letter was about her dad and how he pushed her to be better, but she felt worthless. By him pushing her, it just felt like she never was good enough for him. So I was just like, oh my God. Like, it was hurtful. Kyle, hers was to her dad, and about him being away a lot, like I said. So these girls was crying. I was sitting there like, stop doing this because I'm crying. This shit ain't gonna work. But I don't know. I guess, like I said, being a daddy's girl, you can relate to their stories. Chris, we finally seen the real Portia and the real, well, I think will be the real Portia and the real Chris. Chris, he writes a letter to his mom. He's bawling. He is like really, first he was looking like he was trying to hold back his tears, and then all of a sudden he just let them go. And he was just sorry for being a bad child. And like I said, we finally get to see him, and we finally get to see the real him. Because the Chris that was on episode 1 and 2, I was like, I can't do it. But this episode, we kind of seeing the real him and what he can be instead of showing out for the fucking cameras. This is, I think, who Chris is. Chris with a K, not Chris with a C. Portia, she writes a letter to her dad because her dad was very strict. He was disciplined. He didn't let her wear makeup. He didn't let her wear hair down. He didn't let her do all this kind of stuff. So she said it molded her into who she is now. And I was sitting there like, what did he mold you into? Because now you wear your hair down. You got fake hair. You got eyelashes. You got makeup on. You doing everything that he told you didn't have to do to be a pretty girl. So now I don't get it. But when she was talking, we noticed Portia didn't have no makeup on, so I felt like she was being very, very vulnerable with this letter. She was crying. I wasn't crying when it came to Portia, but I felt her like, when your father is, you trying to be daddy's girl and you trying to make him proud and stuff like that. I understood that. But like I said, we saw the real Portia. Then she tells about how he married her mom when she already had 3 kids or whatever. And so that made her look at her dad in a stronger light. So then Monica and Steve tell her like that was our same situation, so we can understand what you're going through. They father got with their mother when she already had kids and stuff like that. And I applaud any man to be in a relationship with a woman that and take care of their kids like it's theirs. Because my babe did it too. When I got with him, my son was 2. Well, going on 2. And he just took care of him like he was his. Even though my son's father is still in his life, he still took on that role. And that makes a woman just look at a dude a lot better. Like, this man is willing to take care of somebody that's not his, not blood to him, and still treat him and claim him as his own. That's kudos points to for a man from a woman. Like, hey, but you got those damn men that just don't like kids, don't want to be around kids, especially if it ain't theirs. Anyway, after all of that, they go and Steve tells them, like, first he's like, Soraya, your dad is here. And I'm like, damn, that's it? Like, only Soraya is like, why is she getting called out? What'd she do? But he ended up inviting everybody's family members there. Soraya's dad, Bill, Portia's parents came. Chris with a C, his brother came. Judy's sister came. Kyle's mom, Stu's mom. I don't know who came for Posh, and I don't know who came for Chris with the K. I don't know. Editing. Blame it on editing. So Portia tells her dad how she was willing to quit, and they like, hell to the no, you're not a quitter. Like, what you do, throw one of your tantrums again? And I was like, yeah, that's what she did. At least you know your daughter, I'm just saying. But he basically give her a pep talk to, stay in the game. Her mom was like, where you gonna go? I was like, you ain't got no house? I'm just saying. But anyway, back into group, Chris tells them, I don't know why I keep wanting to fucking say Chris. Steve tells them that they're going to go on dates, but he don't tell them that they're going to go on dates with they date's family members and they date, and he's going to cause drama in the date. Sorry. So, he sends Chris and Amanda and her mom. They sitting there like at a park or golf course. I don't know, but it looked like a park. So they sitting there having a little lunch or whatever, and her mama just immediately started going in. I think men liars, cheaters, whatever. So Chris kind of was like, all men are not like that. She asked him where did he work. He said a DJ, and that's what threw the red flag up for her. But he was like, all men are not like that. So he kind of cleared his date up. I was glad that at least we got to see his date this time. Stu and Paj, they got stuck in LA traffic and Steve gave them the wrong directions because he wanted to see how they would be able to react under pressure or whatever. Because this was all about stress dates. And Stu got frustrated. He was talking shit, but he was really funny, and but he got lost and he was frustrated. Paj was just, Paj is a stripper, so he know how to talk to women. So he was telling Lisa that, oh, well, this will give me more time in the car with you. And when Paj be talking to Lisa, I be like, game. Just straight ass game. Because I don't believe he wants to be with one woman. So to me, he be running game on her. Just saying. So anyway, then, what did they... Soraya was with her date, I forgot his name, and his sister. So Steve put them in elevators and make them get stuck in the elevator. Soraya and her date, Judy, Darius, and his cousin, and who else was stuck in? I think it was just them two stuck in the elevators or whatever. I don't know. Portia and her date and his people's. I don't know who that boy was. His homeboy. I don't know. Brother. I don't know. But they were all stuck in the elevator. Soraya was freaking out, but wasn't freaking out. They little freak out in the elevator was okay. Judy and Portia's dates, them niggas. Sorry, I don't mean to call them niggas. Them dudes need to man the fuck up. They in there panicking. They making homeboy Portia date and his people making her panic, and I'm sitting there like, y'all some big muscular basketball, football player dudes, and y'all freaking the hell out on the elevator. Now, I ain't gonna say I'm a woman though, but I would have freaked out too. I don't play with shit like that because I've seen too many movies where the elevator just fucking drop. Nope, can't do it. So, Steve, you couldn't play with me like that. Just saying. Anyway, so yeah, the dudes was going crazy. Judy and Portia, they took it okay, but they was ready to get the hell up out of the elevator. So then they all had their dates. Soraya started talking about all her tattoos and the locations where her tattoos was. And his sister was looking like, are you serious? Are you kidding me? She looked like she was scared. He looking like, damn, you giving up too much information. I didn't know this information about you. And I'm sitting there like, oh, Soraya, for real, don't do it. But yeah, she did it. Yeah. Soraya just was nervous. So when she nervous, she just talk a lot. She just talked too damn much when she nervous, and that's what it came off as. Judy and Darius and his damn cousin. He was cock blocking, hating the whole time. He telling every damn thing that they do as boys when they go to the club and they try to get girls. First of all, Judy, you can't get mad because boo-boo. He wasn't talking about he went to the club yesterday. These were things that they done in their lifetime as cousins. So you can't really get mad at Darius. And then I think, well, she was mad at Darius because Darius didn't speak up. And I can understand that part. But the cousin, you can tell he was trying to get camera time. You could tell he was just trying to hate on his cousin because it seemed like he couldn't get a woman. I don't know. So you could just tell he was a hater. Chris with the curly hair, the immature one. Yeah, he's very immature. They sitting there and he make a comment about having a threesome. And I'm sitting there like, really? In front of this girl's godmother? Really? So then she was like, come on, let's go stand over there. So they go stand by the window and then they make out or whatever. They going full in. The lady sitting right there looking all uncomfortable like, let me get drunk so I can tune them damn people out, or this shit don't bother me. The cameras ain't gonna bother me. So if she get drunk enough, she can tune this shit out. So anyway, I was just like, uncomfortable. So then back at the house, Judy, she is going off. About, what did I do? Oh, Judy was going off about, Darius and his cousin and all that bullshit. And I'm sitting there like, girl, get over it. Now she's so disappointed in him. She just red flagged this and red flagged that. And I'm sitting there like, but you never once spoken to him. You never once said, hey, what is this all about? You just start making assumptions about this dude. This is why you don't have a man. Just saying. Anyway, back in the group. it was about will they stay on course or whatever. That's what the group was called or whatever. So Chris was first. Chris with the curly hair was first. They showed the video about him kissing and him just showing too much public affection with this girl. But he said he liked her, so Steve is gonna keep them going. Judy, she was talking about how disappointed she was in Darius. Steve just basically tell her, you need to talk to him. The cousin was cock blocking. Even Chris K was like, the cousin was cock blocking when he seen the video. All the dudes agreed or whatever. So, baby, that's who you need to talk to. Portia, he said this was a rough week for her, and we saw that in the beginning that it was rough. But she handled herself well. She was cool. They showed her parents, and her parents just call it like we see it. She liked to be in control. She wants to be center of attention. And Steve, and they was like, think Steve, you helping her. This is a good place for her. And I was like, yes, it is. So Portia, please take heed into this chick and just do it. Like, just do it. Don't fight it. The more you fight it, the more stressed out you're gonna be. Just go along with the flow, and it'll be over in a minute. I'm just saying. The hot seat was Soraya, in which I can understand Soraya being in the hot seat because that was just too much damn information that you was giving about your tattoos, the locations, and stuff like that. I mean, you didn't do that bad to me. You know what I'm saying? But I think of what we saw, you did the worst out of the dates. And then plus your date talking about he didn't want to see you no more romantically. And I'm sitting there like, well, hell, this is why she in the hot seat, because she can't get her date back. But it was a good episode. It was very emotional. Hey, Soraya's going to get in trouble for something else next week. Soraya, get your shit together, because I do want to see you find love. Like I said, I want to see you and Kyle find love so bad. That is my goal for the rest of this damn season, is to get y'all girls to find y'all some love. If y'all don't find out no love, holla at me. I'm going to find y'all some. Just saying. Because I really think they cool chicks. Anyway, that was my review for Tough Love Co-Ed. Co-Ed Season 5, Episode 7. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. Make sure you follow Soraya Jones on Twitter and on Facebook. Her name is Soraya Jones on Twitter. Kyle is Miss Kyle Keller on Twitter. She's Kyle Keller on, I hope I'm pronouncing last names right. Well, I know I'm pronouncing Soraya's last name right, but Kyle, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. But it's Kyle Keller on Facebook. Make sure you follow those ladies. They're great ladies. Soraya, y'all need to go check out her YouTube. Her YouTube is amazing. She can sing her ass off. No, she can't sing. She can sing. When I say she can sing, that means y'all know she can blow. So check her out on Soraya Jones on YouTube. Share her videos, because I think this girl need a record deal. I'm just saying. Like, she got vocals. Talk to me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Keep. I do everything by the Ghetto View, THA, not THE. Except my Instagram is MissNeka69, MIZZNEKA 69. Talk to me and I'll talk back. Alright, peace. Oh, before I say peace, I'm so sorry. Check out Ashley Miller 1987 and also my cousin from Kansas, Mike B 801. Alright, peace.